Yo, what is up, party people? Your boy Frank Daniels here, and we're going to talk about getting super lean and what that's all about. And today I'm going to give you 3 levels of what it takes to become super lean. So the first level of that is going to be, what is the food that you eat, basically. So nutrient deficiency is one of the bigger issues with a lot of people. It stops them from being able to lose body fat quickly and get super lean, build a muscular body and lose body fat. This happens because people have diets that are high in basically processed food, simple sugars, refined carbohydrates, things of that nature. They don't get enough nutrients, so their body's internal systems just don't click on and work for them. So diets that are higher in unprocessed animal proteins, high in vegetable and fruit intake, high in omega-3 fatty acids. It just has a large variety of the proper nutrition is going to help anybody's internal processes over the course of time start to kick on and work more effectively. If I got a diet that's high, once again, in processed food, and all that really means is, how many steps did this food take in order to be able to get to my plate? That's really what it comes down to. So the more steps that it took, the more a man has had his hands on that particular food product, the more steps in that process that it took to get to you, probably the less nutritional value it has for you. So you want to think to get foods with their highest nutritional values. If they have kind of one name, that's a good start right there. It doesn't always happen, but a diet that's high in whole foods and minimally processed foods, because there are going to be some things certainly that come in packages, have labels. That's generally processed food. Again, but minimally processed food is going to help people click on their internal systems. They're going to give you more energy for proper training. And fuel the body in a way where it can start to develop more muscle tissue and lose body fat faster. So that's a switch you want there. Like what the hell are you eating? We got to make a switch there. So that's the first level. Second level is controlling your calorie intake. So a lot of fat loss experts, people trying to get you in the best shape possible, they say that the most important factor is ultimately controlling the amount of food that you intake in relationship to what you actually burn on a daily basis. So this is definitely an important factor, and you can probably flip-flop the two depending on where you want to start. If you start controlling calories first, probably a great way to lose body fat fast and get in better shape, although if you're still eating garbage, you may not be so healthy. So it's definitely something that you want to look at. Again, you can take that in any order that you want. If you want to get in shape faster, start looking at calories first. But ultimately, you have to burn more energy than you intake through nutrition when it comes down to it on a daily basis. So some of the big thought process, or what you should be doing there, is more focused, intense training. I say that at the same time saying that you got to recover from that training. So if you're not recovering, you're just beating yourself into oblivion every day. That doesn't work either. So smart, focused, intense training where I can burn more calories means I can probably eat a little bit more over the course of time. But ultimately, I have to eat a little bit less than I intake, and that's a super important factor on getting lean. And then the third factor on being super lean, once you got all those other things in place, you have the things that you eat dialed in. Okay, you're eating more whole food based and getting away from a lot of the processed junk food. Get that stuff out of there, right? More whole food based, drinking a lot of water, intaking the right proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Then we want to figure out, exactly how much we're eating. And then the third phase of that is, now we're going to start messing around with the variables. So specifically, again, we're eating carbohydrates, fats, proteins, right? When you get to a certain level of success with your physical body, now your body's going to go, and just like exercise, your body's going to go, yeah, I've seen that, been there, done that before. Now show me what else you got. And that's when you got to start messing with the variables. So specifically there, that's where people get into like carb cycling, having more carbohydrates on their like bigger strength training days and maybe less carbohydrates and more fats. So we're manipulating these variables, and things like calorie cycling. So again, on heavier strength training days or heavier training days, I might eat more calories. On days that I'm not training, my body requires less calories. So again, that's the third phase right there. That's when you start to get to like super lean levels. Not everybody wants to be there, and naturally the body doesn't want to be super lean. It'd rather hang on to a little bit of body fat. You know, that's actually a healthy thing. So being super lean, like you see people in shows and things of that nature, is not sustainable. It's not something that's actually even healthy. A relative level of leanness is healthy for the body, and it'll naturally want to stay there. But once you start to get down to that level, now you have to manipulate the variables the same way that you would do, you know, with exercise, right? You can't just do the same exercise all the time. You have to manipulate some of the variables that occur in terms of exercise. Everyone knows that. Same thing happens with nutrition. Over the course of the long haul, you keep doing the same thing, your body is not, it's going to get used to that. It's going to go, okay, show me something new. So that's it, guys. That's the 3 levels of ending up being super lean. What are you eating? Now I'm working on controlling the amount of calories that I'm intaking. And third, I'm going to manipulate the variables of basically the carbs and the fats. Proteins tend to stay generally in the same area, but we manipulate carbs and fats and also calories, things of that nature, in order to be able to get to a level of super leanness. I hope you enjoyed this video today, guys. If you really did, I'd love for you to head down below, like, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to this channel right here so you can get these videos sent directly to you. Guys, take those tips. Enjoy your day.